Guys, what's going on? This is my national recap video. It's a few days late. Michael and I were trying to do one while we were in Chicago, but timing sort of didn't work out. But I wanted to first sort of talk about my national experience, and then show you the things that I was able to get. This was my sixth national going to. Third time in Chicago. I've been to 2 in Baltimore and 1 last year in Atlantic City. This was by far the best show I have ever been to, in regards to the people that I met, the time that I spent with Mike, and the cards that I picked up. It was just overall an unbelievable experience, and I'm still really flying high from everything. Been to work now 3 days, but that really hasn't phased me at all. And I'm still sort of in the honeymoon phase of post-national. The trip sort of started, you know, in a nice way. We went to dinner. I'm sure you guys have already seen, but I was able to meet guys like Derek Robbins and Bob Barth. Geez, the names are all escaping me now. Mike O. I met Mike Phillips. You know, all kinds of guys. They're all escaping me. It's crazy. Aaron Davis and Nate. What's his name? I don't remember. I'm sorry. All the guys that I've met there. I think if I haven't named you all so far, you'll know who you are. And if I think of them during the video, because I've got some ADHD going on, then I'll shout them out. But it was just an unbelievable experience, and in fact, after the national, it continued in the airport. I walked past Lonzo Ball in the airport, recognized him immediately. And later on in the airport, I ran past Ron Darling. As you know, I'm a huge Mets fan, so I kind of fanboyed a little bit, and I introduced myself to him, and he was happy to meet me and shook my hand, and it was an amazing thing. So that was like a perfect way to end the trip. But I have to say that the time that I spent with the individuals was just it really made the trip very, very special and memorable, and there will be things that happen there that I'll never forget. So with all that being said, enough jibber jabber. I will dive into some. I have 5 things here to show you. I did get another piece that is with SGC now. That I've got a lot of stuff with SGC now. I have like 13 things with them, so it'll be fun to break those packages open and see all the goodies. So some of you may know, most of you probably don't, but I have a cousin on my dad's side who at one point was probably the biggest collector of Ted Williams memorabilia in the world. He's been written about in books and articles, all kinds of things. This was during the 90s, and he's since gotten out of it. But as Michael and I were walking around the show on Thursday, he was just sitting randomly in a booth, and I couldn't believe it. I was pretty shocked. So of course we went over. I hadn't seen him in a couple of years probably, and I knew that he had gotten out of the hobby, so I was very, very surprised to see him there. We got to talking, and I met the people that he was sitting with, and I told another cousin of mine who was there that he was there, so it was a whole big, great family reunion of sorts. But there was actually a Hank Greenberg piece at that booth that really had no business being there. This booth was a lot of Red Sox, a lot of memorabilia and framed artwork and autographs, and this was sort of sitting in a display case. And as I was speaking to my cousin, Michael was admiring this piece because he said it was pretty much one of the best you know, one of the cleanest, and I'll show you in a minute here, that he's really ever seen. And as I was re-entering the show after getting some more cash from the ATM, I ran to my cousin. I flagged him down, said, "Hey, you know, it was so great meeting you. I'll see you tomorrow for breakfast." We had planned that, and he sort of like took off his bag, was rifling through it, and he pulled this out. Look at that thing. So this is a Perez Steel postcard. You can see the postcard back there. This is pretty much one of the cornerstones of a player collection that, or a collection of a player that would be in this era. A lot of the signatures that you'll see, especially on Greenberg, I'm not really sure why, on postcards, are not in great shape and are kind of smudged. This one is really, really clean. The camera, there, it's probably a better distance for you. It's really, really very clean and very bold. A lot of times when he would sign, the letters and the spacing got a little close together and was a little tough to read. However, this is just a beautiful example of a Perez Steel. And what I didn't know is they're actually numbered out of 10,000. So it's the 62, 68 at 10,000. I'm not sure how many he signed, but this is something that I have wanted for a very long time, and I was unbelievably surprised when he handed this to me and pulled it right out of his bag. So this was actually the first thing that I got. The second, and this was a card that at the 2016 National, it was one of 3 cards that I was considering purchasing. At the same booth, and the same dealer had it. And this was a cut from SP Legendary Cuts that I desperately wanted and needed. So this is from 2005 SP Legendary Cuts. You could see the hand numbered to 44 on the back, on the side here. Rookie's attacking me. Hold up. Sorry. Wants to play. I love the design of this card. I think SP Legendary Cuts and Upper Deck really did a fantastic job with their 2005 set. The only thing that I would wish with this one is that they didn't cut off the bottom of the G on the cut, but other than that, the autograph is really very nice. And I ended up, you know, I wouldn't say I got a great deal on this. I think I paid for what I think it was worth, which is how it should be. And the dealer remembered me, and you know, we struck up really great conversation while I was there, and it was a really great experience, and I hope to deal with him again. His name's John Ryan. Then the next thing that I saw, and I did not think that I would ever see one of these, and it's in an interesting holder, so I need to take it out here. I didn't think that I would ever see one of these at the National, and sort of the theme of the National while Michael and I were walking around was that I would sort of like see something out of the corner of my eye, and as I'm taking this out, and I would go like, "Hey, what's that? We need to see that. We need that." It happened several times during our time, and wandering over to the table, okay, rookie shit. Wandering over to the table, I saw, I recognized this card that I'm about to show you, and it's really just an unbelievable piece, and I honestly can't believe I have this thing. So this is from 2016 Panini Pantheon. This is from the Sacred Deployments set. So they just did a bunch of lineups here with this. He's crazy right now. So this is with Greenberg, Goose Goslin, and Charlie Gehringer, and they called these guys, I guess, the G-Men, which I was not aware of. When Pantheon first came out, this one-of-one booklet came up. There's the front. I love like the design of this thing. The spine says Sacred Deployments in the back. And check out that jersey number. You can't maybe see it. Well, anyway, it's numbered 5 of 5. Greenberg's jersey number, which is, to boot, just an amazing thing. So when I saw this, it was just laying out like this in the case. No nothing. And I walked up to the booth, and the guy who was assisting me, wasn't his booth. I guess he was just helping out. And I looked at the card, looked at the price, and I said, I want to buy that card. And he looked at me as if I was gonna like make him an offer, and I just, yep, nope, I'll pay that. I want it for what you're wanting for it. And Michael thought it was the funniest thing. Michael is always the type where he's gonna like offer like 10% lower than the guy's asking price and try to haggle a little bit. He said he loves a good haggle. But I said, nope, I'm good. I want that right now. And there's no two ways about it. I'm getting this card. So this card is actually the lowest numbered card in the set. A lot of them are numbered like 99 or 25. But this one's only numbered to 5, and there's also a 1 of 1. So I honestly thought that I would never ever see this card again, much less at the National sitting in a case. And so I just feel unbelievably fortunate to have gotten this one. It's definitely an unbelievably memorable acquisition. Now what I really want to do with this one is to have it in like a screw down, or not a screw down. It's a magnetic, but it'll hold it so it's just open. I had to order one from eBay, and it cost me like 20 bucks. So it's on its way now here, and I'll show it off again when it's in the holder, because it'll present it and look a lot better. But for now, that is just a Hey, so my video cut out because I guess I'm running out of disk space. I was just saying that Michael gifted me this from his collection after he upgraded to an autographed one. This is a 1960 new card. It's bigger than the 61, and I think these are really cool. Like on the back, there's like some cool trivia. And I think it's just a pretty awesome thing. I didn't have this, and then he also gave me a felt pennant that, of course, that he got for me. So I'll show that. It's at SGC now. I'll show that when that comes back in. So really, after that first day, I honestly could have left the show and been completely happy and satisfied with everything that I got, and was completely happy with my experience. Now, with that being said, on Friday we were walking around again. Michael was able to grab a card. I'm sure he'll show you later today in his video. And the same thing kind of happened, where I spotted it in a case where he didn't see it, and he grabbed it. Now, when it comes down to the card that I'm about to show you here, you might have just seen a small glimpse of it. I saw this again in a case, and let me show you here. So you might remember from my last video that I just acquired one of these, but it's for RBI leaders. This is for all-time great Tigers. So as you can see, this is Hank, Ty Cobb, Alan Trammell, and Al Kaline. This is only numbered to 10. I saw the 1 of 1 of this sell, I think for about $200. And the Alan Trammell swatch, the jersey swatch there, was like a really cool patch. So when I saw this, I was like, hey Michael, you need this, man. Like, I have the other one, you need this. And he's just a really funny guy. So I'll tell you the story. The seller clearly knew that we were very interested, and I really wanted Michael to get this card because he didn't have one, and I already had the other RBI one. So Michael said, would you take like $10 off? And the guy said, yeah, for you, I'll do it. So I was like, oh, congratulations, so amazing. And we walked away, and he said, okay, so I'm gonna sell it to you for this price, what he bought it for. And I'm like, wait, I'm sorry. No. You just purchased this card. You need it for your collection, and I already have one, so no, I won't let you do that. You know, he was just being a very selfless, stand-up individual, as he always is. You know, eventually, after a lot of back and forth, he just sort of like threw it in my hand and kind of ran away. And I said, wait, you know, stop. And I paid him, and I honestly can't believe I have this card either. I would have never thought that it would be there at the National. I guess Pantheon was really broken a lot recently. I think after the price kind of the boxes in case came down from where it originally was. I think at like 300, and it came down to like about 160 or 150. So I think that helped out. I'm just sort of organizing here, sorry. I think that sort of worked out for a lot of case breakers because this was a now very nice product at a very affordable price. So honestly, the best National experience that I've ever had. I couldn't have asked for better results card-wise, a better time with the fellow collectors that were there, and honestly, I'm not sure if 2018 could top it, but I would be happy if it did, because the people that I met and the things that we did and the cards that I got, I have not experienced before, and it really was great to get away, and it was a very rejuvenating and reinvigorating experience. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much again for watching. I will show the sacred deployments when the screw down comes in. SGC is going to take their sweet time with these 13 submissions that I have. So I will show you all of that when it comes. And until next time, I don't have anything else coming in at the moment. So it may be a little while in case we don't see each other. Until next time, take it easy.